Good morning, guys. It is 7:08. We are headed to work. We are running a little bit late this morning because it was that morning. And any of you who are watching have probably had this morning at some point in your life. It is that morning where you wake up and you are a girl and you don't have the proper things that you need to be a girl, or you're down to one and you have to stop at the store. You have no choice. That was me this morning. So I did stop at the store. I have a tendency when I go in the grocery store by myself, which doesn't happen very often. 9 times out of 10, if I go in the grocery store, Norm is with me. When I go in by myself, I tend to wander around. Not because I necessarily am buying anything, but because I pull out my tracker and I want to track things that I might want to buy, things I've seen in other people's food finds or grocery hauls that on a normal basis, if I was buying and I had to stand there and track it, it drives Norm nuts because sometimes the tracker in that grocery store takes a while because I don't get service. So I always seem to get service when I'm not with him, though. And when I am with him, it's like that'd be the time where I'm in a dead zone and he's like, come on. I mean, he's very supportive and whatnot, but, when you're in the grocery store, he absolutely hates crowds. And for some reason, we could go on a Tuesday at midnight and it would be the most crowded the store's ever been. We have a tendency to go and find the crowd. So I'm headed to work a little bit late, but I thought I would do a little bit of a check-in. I know a lot of my Weight Watchers friends here on YouTube. By the way, somebody asked me, I don't Instagram. I do Facebook, but my Facebook is just for family and friends. So the only place you will find me is here on YouTube. I am friends with some of the people that that I know on YouTube, and that's because I follow them on their pages. So I forgot where I was going with this. But I decided, some of my friends here on YouTube have pledged a no weigh May, which means they're not weighing in May. I'm doing a little bit of the opposite. I'm weigh every day May. Oh, did I just make that up? Probably not. Anyway, I don't know if I'm doing it every day, but I'm doing it quite often, like throughout the week for me. Because Jess said something about she used to weigh a lot, like throughout the day and on different days, because her body does different things on different days. And I did notice that too, that sometimes my body is smaller on not smaller, but weighs less on Saturday than it does on Friday. And I've always thought that's because I weigh in later on Saturday, because you sleep in a little bit later on Saturday. You don't have your first cup of coffee till a little bit later on Saturday. I don't know if that's true, but I know that sometimes I feel like I weigh a little less on a Saturday. So I've been just kind of checking out my weight. I am still in what we're going to call plateau mode. I am 176.2 today, just like I was on Friday, which is good. Today is Tuesday. I don't know if I said that. So this weekend we did go out to eat on, did we go out Friday? I don't think we went out Friday. No, we didn't go out Friday. On Saturday we went to lunch and we went to the diner. So I had my just about 0-point salad. It's salad with 1 egg, but I only eat the egg whites. And what else is in it? 5 shrimp. So I think that's like 1 point. And then I get blue cheese dressing, but I dip my fork in it and use it. So I use, and I pull out a teaspoon. And if I use more than that, I count it. If I use a teaspoon or less, I don't count it. And so I have that salad a lot. If I go to that diner, like it's what I order. And then Sunday we went to a place downtown, for Mother's Day for breakfast. We always do a Mother's Day breakfast, which I love for 2 reasons. One, I always, we do Christmas Eve at my house, right? So that on Christmas Day, my girls come over or wake up there, we open up presents, and then they have the day to do what they want to do. Amber and Josh may go back to their house. If they ever decide to have children, they're going to want to be at their house. They could go to Josh's family, they can go to others of our family, and then we actually go and visit other family members on that day because we don't have little kids anymore. So, Christmas is nice like that. It's kind of quiet, but Christmas Eve is our crazy, like, everyone comes to the house night. We do Mother's Day, we do breakfast, which right now is mainly because my middle daughter, Danny, she's a waitress. So she has to, Mother's Day is a big business for restaurants. So she has to go to work, and she makes pretty good money on Mother's Day. Some years she doesn't because people get crabby on Mother's Day. I guess being around their moms for some people is a little nutty. But anyway, they do I don't know if they do a prefix menu some years, and then some years they do a buffet or whatever. But so she has to get to work in time for that. So we go out to breakfast real early. We go to this place downtown that opens at like 7:30. We get in, we have a good breakfast. What I love is they don't, at this particular place, they do not make you feel rushed. And we got really lucky, and one of the girls who is a client of mine at my second job, she's a waitress there, which I knew, but we've been there like a couple of times and never seen her. So it was cool. She actually got to wait on us this time, so it was awesome. But yeah, it's one of those places where they have like churro pancakes and strawberry lemon donuts and monkey bread. And if you don't know what monkey bread is, I don't know where you live, but figure it out. Don't make it because you'll never stop eating it. But anyway, so we ordered monkey bread for the table. We ordered donuts for the table. I had a little bite of each thing. I had a little bite of the pancakes and French toast that each of them got because they were different flavors. But then I ordered, it was called a skinny hot mess. And it's basically scrambled eggs with avocado, sprouts. There was supposed to be some sweet potato in there, but I only tasted like maybe 2 pieces. I don't even remember what else was in there, but it was like all kind of like 0 point stuff. Broccoli was in there, and no cheese. So it was really good. It came with fruit and toast. I ate the fruit. I didn't eat the toast. So yeah, that was actually perfect because my meal, which filled me up, was very little points, and that way I had like a bite of each thing that everyone had, and I was totally satisfied. And drank coffee, talked to my kids, whatever. So last year when we went, we got a bunch of appetizers, a bunch more than what I just said. And I think I want to say I got like red velvet pancakes or something, and went a little crazy. I did not do that this Mother's Day. I did do it on my birthday, which is in April, and we also go to a different restaurant downtown, kind of the same deal. We go to breakfast. And on that day, I always do let myself have, there's this coffee called a Dirty Red Dress, and it's like a red velvet coffee with caramel. Oh, it's to die for. And I always let myself have like 1 or 2 of those, and I don't count on my birthday, so it doesn't matter. And I don't know why I launched into that for 8 minutes. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know, I know a lot of people are doing, like I said, a no way May. I personally am doing a way most days May. Right now I am in plateau territory. 174 to 176 for me is plateau territory. I've been there for over a year. But I am really, really dedicated right now to smart points. I am not doing freestyle. I am doing Weight Watchers smart points. I am doing it on iTrack Bites, which I am coming to love. There is a couple of things about iTrack Bites I wish I could change, but they're nothing that is making me like, want to go away from them. And actually my oldest daughter Amber wants me to get her iTrack Bites for her birthday, so I'm considering doing that. So the first thing that iTrack Bites kind of gets on my nerves with, and this is, I've said it before, it's an app, so I can't get it. It's not a www.iTrackBites. I can't get on something like that. Sometimes, first of all, I'm getting older and my phone is small print. sometimes, and I have to like widen it so that I can see. And I just like to pull it up on the computer. Other times I'm like, when I'm at work, they don't like us to be on our phones, but I can pull it up on the computer really quick and type in whatever I need to type in. And I just like to see it on a computer. It's bigger, it's easier to navigate, whatever. So, okay, I'll get over that. The other thing I've noticed that iTrackBytes does that kind of irritates me sometimes is if I type something in, and I'm just gonna tell you what the one that bothered me yesterday was. I typed in honey, and I just wanted honey. I didn't want honey barbecue chips. I didn't want honey chicken. I didn't want honey tea. I wanted just honey. And that's all I typed was the word honey, and it didn't come up. And I'm going through all these other things, honey barbecue lays, honey this, honey that. And then when I finally found honey, and I clicked over, you know, like I was going to track it, I was literally having a half of a teaspoon of honey. And it was only giving it to me in, I don't remember the measurement, but it wasn't teaspoons. And it was one measurement, right? Or it says like 1 serving. And I'm like, I'm having half a teaspoon. So when you click back, honey wasn't there anymore. I had to retype in honey and find it again. So it does that to me sometimes. It doesn't do it every time, but it does it sometimes. So those are two things that iTrackBytes kind of irritates me with. Other than that, I've had absolutely no issues with iTrackBytes at all. I did want to give a quick shout out to Sandy over at Let's Get Fit with Sandy. So the other day I did a big weepy, like, where is everybody? I miss all my friends, blah, 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 blah. And I said, there's nobody on my bar of subscriptions. Well, the reason there was nobody is because I was already caught up on Sandy. I watch Sandy every day, faithfully, religiously. I watch her. She puts out a video, I watch it. She cracks me up. I talk back to her all the time, just like I do with Anita. So if you are at the point like me where a lot of your call them my YouTube friends, my YouTube family, are not producing content and you need somebody, Sandy always has your back. She produces a content video almost every single day. So I think actually every day. I don't think there's ever been a day where I haven't been able to find her. And yes, Sandy, I am subscribed to you. But like I said, you were just happened to be, I was all caught up on you that day. So I watch videos on my way to work or listen to videos on my way to work. And when I got in the car that afternoon, I had already watched yours. So I didn't have anybody on my subscription list. So anyway, just wanted to clear that up, that Sandy is always there for you. So I wanted to tell you real quick what I'm taking to work with me today to eat. It is cold here today. It's only 50 degrees. And last week it was in the 70s. And low 80s some days. So they turned the air on at our job, and once the air goes on, you can either turn the air off or you can have the air on. You can't really adjust it. So yesterday it was freezing at our job. Everyone was cold. We're about to get some road noise because they're working on the road. I apologize. I'm going to talk a little louder. So yeah, so it was freezing at my job yesterday. So I don't know why I told you that, but anyway, so I'm wearing a jacket again today. I have a long sleeve shirt on. I'm even wearing boots. It is May 14th, I think, and I'm wearing boots. So, you know it's cold. I have little booties on. I have this weird thing in my head that clicks that says, you are no longer wearing a jacket, because it's now spring or whatever. And sometimes it's not even spring yet. It's like the end of winter, and I'm just done with wearing jackets. I don't want to be confined by a jacket anymore. Like, I'll wear this, a sweat jacket, but I won't wear like a coat anymore. And then the other thing I do is I go, okay, it's Easter's already come and gone. There's no more boots, except for rain boots. So, you know, weirdness of me. But today I put boots back on because my shoes that I wear to work when I am not wearing boots are like flats, and I have a black pair and a white pair and a blue pair, and they have like, they're like boat shoes almost, but I wear them because I do a lot of walking, and I also do a lot of where I'm actually physically working with children. So I have to have, I can't wear heels. So, or any type of, nice shoe, I guess. So anyway, it's cold today. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So I was in the mood for some comfort food, and I'll show you what I brought. First thing I have is my coffee. I have 2 of these with 3 tablespoons of Italian sweet cream split between them, which is 1 point. I almost always forget to count that 1 point, but that's okay. It's the only thing that I kind of don't count other than my smoothie. My smoothie is very dark green today, and it's dark green today because I went to a farm store, which means I went actually to a farmer's market, and their spinach is much greener and darker than the stuff you buy in the grocery store. So my smoothie turns out very green, plus I have blackberries in it, so it's darker. So in my smoothie is, I'm going to build it in my head from the top up, a banana, spinach, I don't know, 5 blackberries, 2 strawberries with the top still on them. I don't know why I do that. A half a cup of raw milk, and a half a teaspoon of raw natural honey, and a packet of emergency probiotic. And I consider this kind of my medicine. So the raw milk and the probiotic work with my digestion. The raw milk is actually also good for my skin. And I'll tell you, the raw milk and the probiotic, at least for 10 days, have been working. And then the honey is for my allergies, and everything else is the banana is for my restless leg syndrome. It's the potassium. Sometimes I have to eat another one of them at night before I fall asleep, so I'm eating like 2 bananas a day to keep my restless leg down, which happens a lot when the weather changes for some reason. So if we have like really warm days and then we go back to cold, or really cold days and all of a sudden it warms up, I'll get restless leg. I don't know why. So yeah, I consider my smoothie to be medicine. The berries are in there for antioxidants. The spinach is in there for my heart. I have heart disease. So I don't count. I will count my smoothie usually as like 1 point, just to mark that I had it. But for the most part, where other people would be taking all kinds of medications, this is my medication, and I don't count medication. So yes, I don't know if you want to call me a Weight Watchers rebel or tell me that I'm dumb or whatever, but that's how I feel about it. So that's what I have for breakfast, is my smoothie and my coffee. For lunch today, I have this. What? You have pasta? I do. It's cold out today, and I have white pasta. And I have a cup full of white pasta for 6 points. And on top of that pasta, I have some sauteed vegetables, peppers, onions, mushrooms. What else is in there? I think that's it. Peppers, onions, mushrooms. And tomatoes. And they're in there with some garlic and basil. And that's going to be my lunch today. I'm going to warm it up, and it's going to fill me up, and I'm going to feel good about it because I needed some comfort food. And it's going to be 7 points. And then I brought this, which is the snack pack, sugar-free. See, it's the sugar-free right there. Cherry Jello for 0 points. I think it's 0 points. So I was watching some of these snack videos, like everyone's doing their favorite WW snacks. Some people are calling those snack packs 1 point, and some people are calling them 0 points. Just like the sugar-free puddings, some people are saying they're 2 points because if you type them in, they're 2 points. If you scan them, they're 3. So I don't know. It depends. I didn't scan that. I will probably just type it in because I only have the one. Actually, I do have the whole pack because I just bought them. But I will probably just type it in, and whatever it comes up, it comes up. But I did need something sweet for the afternoon, and I wanted something that was 0 points. or at least 1 point. So that is my my lunch for the day. Dinner tonight is going to be a stir fry. Norm and I have been like crazy on stir fries. So we have done, in the last couple of days, we have done a shrimp. Now, all of our vegetables are the same. There are 3 different colored peppers, onions, and mushrooms. Those are our favorite, like, combination of veggies. And over the last couple of days, we did a shrimp, we did a chicken, we did, last night we did a sausage, an Italian sausage, and then tonight we're doing cubes of beef. And I cut them up real fine, but in the same mixture. And I've been using the honey chipotle barbecue sauce, which doesn't scan because it's from the Amish market. So I put it in, I think I put it in as like 3 points, because I don't use a whole lot because it's pretty spicy, and I just mix it through the whole thing. And then Norm's been using a little bit of teriyaki or soy sauce on his. So tonight we're doing, like I said, the steak one, or the beef cube one. And then I think I might be done with stir fries for a little bit. I do have a beef and broccoli for him tomorrow night. I'm not a big beef and broccoli fan. So I'll make that for him tomorrow night. And I don't know what I'll eat tomorrow night, but I got something. And then the next night's Thursday. I have an appointment Thursday night at my other job. And then Friday, we usually go out Friday, so I don't know what I'll do Thursday night for dinner. But anyway, just wanted to catch up and hope you guys are doing well. I am watching all of your videos, just so you know. I'm finding new people. And if you guys have any suggestions for me to watch, new people to watch, let me know. My commute home is an hour and a half. My commute to work is an hour, but my commute home is an hour and a half because of traffic. So if you have anybody new that you think I should watch, drop it in the comments down below. If you have not subscribed yet, please do that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.